Very interestingly, and we were talking about the NASDAQ, and some of these stocks are going to be reflective of that as well. In terms of what's the future going to be like when you talk about artificial intelligence, we know about all the caveats that go with, jobs, etc. But whether we like it or not, it's the growing influence of artificial intelligence in all our lives. It's becoming bigger, better, shaping our personal and professional lives. What are the simple tools that we can incorporate of artificial intelligence in our own lives? My colleague Asta has been looking at the possibilities. In fact, how a business is also growing using artificial intelligence is something she has been delving into, and she's filed this report earlier. Just take a look at this.
Technology is evolving rapidly to redefine user experience across industries, including automotive, healthcare, and manufacturing. An emerging catalyst for the ongoing transformation is the use of AI for daily tasks such as travel and personal wellness. Let's take dermatology. About 90% of the results from machine-generated facial analysis for medical skin care requirements could become potentially AI-driven. In travel, AI helps drivers optimize route selection. Use of features like neural networks in Google Maps shows the presence of higher than average vehicular traffic. AI Trip Planner allows users to plan trip within a half minute. Apps like DishGen allow consumers to build recipes according to the diet requirements. AI algorithm could also help create new forms of art, music, and improve creative writing skills. AI analysis weather patterns, soil conditions, and satellite imagery to optimize farm crop yields.
Traditionally, AI has been fairly applied as a tool for a business in terms of improving business processes or in terms of as a B2B kind of a model. We have taken a very, very different approach in terms of going straight to the customer. We are taking it mainstream mainly by bringing access to this at the fingertips of everyone in India.
AI market globally is poised for an about 37% annual growth rate until 2030. This is according to the projections of Grand View Research. The market size of global AI business is estimated at around $280 billion as of 2024, the research show. Potential revenues generated by AI technology may top $1.8 trillion by 2030. Here I am, booking the whole trip in a flick of second. Why use AI just for making payments and do coding when you can literally plan whole of the itinerary and do a skincare routine in just 20 seconds? It's not an understatement that AI will be soon the humanity personal assistant. In Mumbai, this is Astha Chopra for ET Now.
Yes, indeed. The entire ecosystem of artificial intelligence is growing in terms of users, in terms of what companies like OpenAI are bringing to the table. And there are more and more iterations coming through of ChatGPT, and the latest one has come in only yesterday, ChatGPT40. Let's find out what's in store over here. And Sumita, of course, is joining us here in the Mumbai newsroom. Sumita, you've been looking at the developments when you look at OpenAI and what it has been doing with ChatGPT over the years, over the time it's been there, leading the charge, as it were. And now you have ChatGPT40. How is it different? What is being added now in different iterations?
Right. So AI, as Vikram has been long spoken about, that it will add a human dimension. It will be more human-like. I mean, of course, we are several versions away from that. But the key point is that ChatGPT40, which is the latest model that OpenAI, its parent company, has unveiled. Now, this new flagship model that OpenAI has unveiled, it's basically has more eyes and ears. It basically adds eyes and ears to the pre-existing version, which was ChatGPT4. Now, it has several capabilities, including text, video, Then there is images as well and voice as well. However, voice and video will be coming in later. For now, there is text and images. So it gets a whole lot more smarter and of course intelligent. Let me also take you through some of the features that it has. So it has advanced understanding of human emotions. For example, if you're not feeling fine, then of course it'll tell you, okay, maybe you can do some breathing exercises, or you can just go out and play, or do some exercise. It also has powers to argue and intervene, which essentially means, although these powers are at a very, very preliminary stage, a very initial stage, but it will tell you if you're not doing something right. You can also upload an image and ask GPT-40 to give its views on so many things. For example, it could also be data analysis as well. You can give it a chart and it will give you that kind of data analysis that's coming in. And then it can also bring in emotions and voice modulations. For example, Vikram, if you want GPT-40 to speak in a robotic tone, it will give you that tone. So it has
but
a whole lot of...
But why would I want it to speak in a robotic tone? I want it to be more human-like, right? At the end of the day, because then I have that kind of comfort level, if you please.
Yes.
But of course, if you look at the competitive landscape also, Sumita, and I got very intrigued when you said it gets argumentative as well, like we don't have arguments otherwise in real life. But when you talk about the competition, and clearly OpenAI has behemoths biting at its heels. You're looking at the likes of Google, but it has stayed ahead of the curve with every iteration of it, and the others are basically playing a catch-up game. So how is that entire competition scenario shaping up with ChatGPT leading from the front?
Right, Vikram, right, like you rightly said, it's been leading the charge as far as OpenAI is concerned from the time when the first model that was GPT was launched, and OpenAI really became a rage overnight in 2022. And after that, Google also tried to sort of quickly get out its Bard AI app out as well, the model, LLM model out, but it wasn't really taken too well because it had certain errors, and of course it was badgered on Twitter as well. Then you also have Apple, which has also been lagging behind, far behind as far as the AI race is concerned. Microsoft, which is partnered really with OpenAI, and of course that entire boardroom scenario that went on at OpenAI with Sam Altman being fired by the management. Then of course Microsoft also giving it an offer, but he's now back again at OpenAI. So Apple has been lagging behind, but it is OpenAI that's been leading the charge. Now Microsoft is Copilot as part of its application, Microsoft Office, that is of course helping consumers and of course users with some basic translation and help or basic assistant related features. Google I/O, remember Google also has its own Gemini model. Now that was unveiled after, like I said, Bard got badgered on Twitter, criticized for not being very effective, and in fact in just the coming few days, in fact tonight, we have the Google I/O where more such artificial intelligence capabilities will be announced, and then we have Apple's WWDC where Apple will be unveiling more of its plans as far as the AI technology is concerned.
As far as the government is concerned, they have been, at least the Indian government has been a little wary of the growth of artificial intelligence. And I know that they're going after fake reviews when it comes to e-commerce platforms as well. So I'm guessing that in the future, for the kind of application that artificial intelligence will bring to the table, going through the kind of fake reviews sometimes that come in and being able to kind of sift through them from a user perspective also is going to be very crucial. But what's the government planning to do meanwhile?
In fact, that's what we're discussing on the second side of the show, on the other side of the show right after this break. And our colleague Samir will be getting us that report. He'll be getting us more details on what the government is doing to sort of crack down on these reviews, these fake reviews, which have really been a cause of concern for so many of consumers like you and I, and of course the government and brands as well. In fact, Samir tells us a very, very important point that at some point these brands may be made to reveal whether a review that's posted is fake or is real, including the companies. But how will that be implemented is the big question. Meanwhile, that story coming up right after this short break. So do stay tuned with ET Now.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.